Happy New Year. It is the year of the horse today, February 17th, and if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering what that means for you. You've probably been seeing, you're the horse, you're the fire horse. What does it mean? Well, I'm not going to get too deep into the meaning of the horse. I mean, we have a whole year to go over that. Really, I just want to give people who watch this video some clarity over what that means for you, because odds are there's an 11 out of 12 chance that if you're watching this video, you are not a horse, and what that means. Now, if you are a horse, congrats. It's your time. I'll get to you here in a bit. But, some of you are going to have a good time. Some of you are not going to have the best time. And this video is designed to just educate a little bit, have some fun. If you do want a reading, I do offer readings. I have a link in the description. And I can kind of get more deep into you, kind of tie in numerology as well, because that's going to matter a lot in this year of the fire horse and it being a one universal year. But I'll save that for another video. In this video, I want to go over how every sign will do in 2026, the year of the horse. And yeah, let's get started. So first off, I hope you like my art that I've curated here for this presentation. But yeah, rats. Rats, it is a clashing time. It is the enemy of the horse is the rat. So if you were born in 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, 1996, 2008, 2020, if you're 6 years old, 5 years old, about to be 6, lay low. This is not your year. You got to let the year pass, okay? When it comes to your finances, you want to clear some debt. You want to cut your spending. This is not the year to go heavy on investments. No major moves. No announcements, nothing. Think of it like the way you want to treat the year is like if you understand American football, it's like you want to run the ball, you want to punt, you just play conservative, you dump the puck, and with hockey, you just want to play very conservative. This is a year that can challenge you. This is a year that can overall, there are various factors going into your chart. Your numerology matters. Your astrology transits matter. There's all this other stuff that you would be able to understand in a more in-depth reading, but on average, I'd say about 80%, 90% of rats are probably going to get hit in some way or another. Now, don't live the year in fear. Don't be like, oh my God, this year is going to be terrible. Actually, enemy years can be quite nice, because if you just lay low and let the year pass and just kind of take it easy, it's not the time to go super hard. It's not the time to go crazy. So, you can kind of just chill, right? So it doesn't necessarily need to be all that bad, but just have some solace knowing that if things don't go your way this year, it's just the energy of the year. It's just the universe doing its thing, and your time will soon come back around. And it's only for 1 year, so it won't be that bad. All right, next, who do we got? We got the ox. I love this. I don't know why I think this is funny, but yeah, the ox I'd give like a 4 out of 10. You see, the rat and the ox are soulmates in the Zodiac, so you can imagine when the rat isn't doing too well, the ox might not do too well either. But it's more of like a 50-50, I'd say. So if you're born 49, 61, 73, 85, 97, 09, 2021, if you're like 4 years old, it's slow and steady wins the race. You just had a really good year with the snake year, most likely. When I say in this advice, get everything in writing, oxes, it's a very, a strong man, a dictatorial, like a Hitler, right? He was an ox. A lot of dictators were oxes. You don't want to get into those altercations this year. If you're getting in business, you want to get things in writing. You don't want to do risky investments. You can't just want to take the momentum from last year that you most likely gained and just keep it going. Keep it going. And that's the best advice I can give for an ox. Now next we got the tiger. Now, as you can see here, the horse and the tiger are, they're friends. they're in what's called a trine. Now, I'll get more in later videos what the Zodiac trines are, but just know that every animal has two friends, and one of them is the tiger. The second one will be later on in this video. But the tiger and the horse are complementary energies. So for all my tigers out there, that does include me. There's a reason I'm starting this channel right now, because timing is everything, everyone, people. You want to lean into the energy, right? So for my tigers, the advice is it's your year. Go for it. You want to pursue promotions, visibility, create content like what I'm doing. This year is like a 9 out of 10, right? Network. New people will bring new opportunities. I was earlier today on the phone, and literally just one of my first phone calls of the year, a huge opportunity was presented my way. That is what the year is all about. So you want to be out there. You want to be doing things. If you're born in 1950, 62, 74, 86, 98, like me, 2010, this is your time to shine. The snake year wasn't that nice to us Tigers. So it's nice that we have something on our side for once. But yeah, I'm super excited. I've been waiting literally 4 years for this year. And I'm really excited for all my Tigers out there. And if you're a Tiger, let me know in the comments. Actually, if you're any sign, let me know what you are in the comments. And yeah, I hope we all crush 2026. Now the next sign is so as you can see, we've got a little cat here and a little rabbit. Now, depending on who you ask, like for example, 2023 was either the year of the cat or the year of the rabbit. Now, some technicalities: the Vietnamese zodiac is a cat, Chinese is a rabbit. I'm just going to include both so no one gets offended. But yeah, this year is like a 5 out of 10. It's like pretty mid. You want to stay flexible. Some things might change. You want to kind of refine what you got going on. Don't go crazy. Guard your peace. Cats can be, a certain type of way sometimes with people. So think of like a cat, right? What does a cat like to do? It likes to be kind of left alone sometimes, So if I was a cat, that's what I would think this year. Just kind of keep doing what you're doing. Stay flexible. Yeah, it's a pretty mid-year. I'd say. Dragons. This could be a good year. This could be a bad year. I mean, the biggest thing is you got to think bigger, because 2 years ago you were in your energy. 2024 was the year of the dragon. Excuse me. And that was your time to shine, and you've probably had a little bit of a hangover since then. The snake year can be nice to dragons, but, you might have lost your edge, right? So if you're born in 2000, 1988, 76, even if you're 2012, if you're, 13, you might have lost your edge, So think bigger this year. The next time you have a very complemental energy will be 2028. So I would just like set your mind on what you want the next 2 years to look like, just so you can go really into 2028 and dominate, because that'll be your time to shine again. The snake, I love this photo. Yeah, it's just a horse and a snake. Yeah, your year's done. Sorry, it's over. Now, something that is good is that the year, up until today, we were still in the snake year, so that energy still lingers a little bit, but your year is done. So when I say quality over quantity, see, last year you could have probably thrown anything at the wall and it would have sticked. You were in your energy, right? Now, what can happen is you can have an energy hangover. Basically, you might get hit at the end. Like, so even if you're a snake and you're in your snake year, this time period, this transition might have hit you kind of hard. That can happen a lot. People can have monumental rises and then a fall. So just take it easy. If it's been a little tougher, it's just the energy shift. And just know that this year will probably be pretty all right. Just focus on, last year when you could have done anything and it worked, now it's focus on quality. Make it a lot better, and you'll do fine. So what do we have next? We got, who else but the horse, It is the year of the horse. We got a horse. This is how every horse should be feeling right now. This energy, guys, only comes once every 12 years. You're only in your energy once every 12 years, when you're 11, 12 years old, 23, 24 years old, 35, 36 years old. So this is your time, guys. You got to lock in, straight up. You got to launch, you got to grow, level up. Now, when I say imprint energy, what that means is you got to start new things, new businesses, bank accounts, everything. This is the time to do it. Anything you start this year. And, something I plan on doing in this video and across social media is giving examples of this. Because when you do things in your friendly energy, things go your way. When you imprint something with your friendly energy, things go your way. Your life typically changes in your own energy in some way, shape, or form, right? So with it being the year of the horse, if you're born in 2002, if you're born in 1990, seriously, it is lock-in season. Like, I would, how I was saying the rat can kind of take it easy. It might be a little bit more chill of a year. this year might feel difficult and hard because you're going super fucking crazy, but when you look back, it's going to be such a impactful year. You're going to grow so much as a person. Things that you start this year will see amazing growth throughout your life. Trust me, it will, right? Now, obviously, certain transit reports, certain numerological cycles might dictate differently. So I guess like, a personal reading or blueprint would probably benefit, but understand that 95% of you are going to crush, and I'm excited for you. You're in my trine, so I love my horses. I have a lot of horse friends, and I'm fired up. Now, another sign that's going to do decently well is the goat. Look at this. Look at these friends. Aren't they cute? Yeah, goats, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Now, the advice for the goats is you want to lean on others, just like you're leaning on the goat here, or leaning on the horse, I should say. It's a great year to invest in your home, buy a home, invest in your health. If you just, steady efforts will equal rewards. The goat and the horse are pretty friendly energies. Now, they're not in the same trine, but they are very friendly towards each other. So, if you are born in the year of the goat, you've got, back-to-back good years. You've got this year, which is pretty decent, like an 8 out of 10, and then next year is your year, 10 out of 10. So, I would lock in, put your nose to the grindstone these next 2 years, especially when 2027 hits. Gosh, it's gonna be a great time for goats. So shout out goats, and I'm excited for you guys. Now monkeys, my enemy sign. No hate though, but yeah, use your smarts. Monkeys are the smartest sign. They're intelligent. They work smarter and harder this year, right? What that means is basically everyone's gonna have to work hard this year. It's a 1 year, it's a horse year. That's what's gonna be benefited, but you just don't want to move too fast because a monkey can fall flat on its face, right? Unless it's being intelligent with its moves, right? So 2016, 2004, 1992, if you're one of these signs, or if you're a monkey, pretty much, I'd give your year a 6 out of 10, above average. And 2028 is going to be your time. Rooster. Look at this guy. I love this guy. Yeah, pick your battles wisely. You see, roosters are feisty. They're, that's why they fight. Roosters, you got to soften your tone a little bit in a relationship. I don't know why this says 9 out of 10. It's more like a 7 out of 10. I'd give a rooster. Now, if you're born in 93, 2005, 2017, your time was this last year. You probably had a pretty good time in the snake year, seeing as how the snake and the roosters are best friends. However, this year it's probably going to be a little bit of a hangover, similar to what the ox and the snake might experience. So, yeah, I would just say maybe bite your tongue a bit. I would maybe say the rooster would get like a 6 out of 10. That's what I'd say. Yeah, not bad, not good. It's chill. It's chill. Now the dog. Now I wanted to use this image in particular that I made because the dog and the horse are actually best friends in the Zodiac. They're one of the closest soulmate pairings. I wouldn't call them exactly soulmate signs, but they are a very close pairing. And if you notice, growing up, if you ever watched commercials back when people watched TV, the Budweiser ads would always have the dog and the horse. Now, why is that? Well, it's because the dog and the horse are best friends in the Zodiac. So I expect dogs to have a 9 out of 10 year. Dogs, this is your time. These last couple years have been tough. 2024 was your enemy year. 2025 could have been tough. Now it's your time to start new ventures, your time to shine. Ask for recognition that you deserve. You're a dog. I would argue that the dog, I might give the dog a 9.5 out of 10 because that energy is very beneficial, the dog and the horse. And if you're a dog, shout out you. I love my dogs. I'm excited for all my dogs, and I'm excited for, I'm just excited for this year in general. Now, I know who's extremely excited for this year, and that is the pig. It is your enemy year's over. You made it. Congrats. The thing with this is a cute picture. The thing with the pig is that now that you're out of your enemy energy, this is really your time to just get back to things. You might have lost some money last year. You might have, you know, took in some L's. You know, so you want to structure your money habits. You know, the pig is one of the most financially savvy signs, along with the goat. But the thing is, with enemy energy, that can negatively affect that. So, you know, congrats, you're out of the enemy year. 2027 is going to be a great year for you. So this year, I would basically get back to the foundations. And yeah, I think overall you should do decently well if you were born in the year of the pig. Now, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. You can follow me at Sutterology on all socials except TikTok. Right now, my name is something else, but by the time you may watch this video, it'll be changed to that. And then you can go to my website if you want to book a reading, if you want to report. Everything should be in there, and you can kind of see the product suite, and I'd be happy to help you out. Anyway, happy horse year, and I hope we all crush it, and I'll see you in the next one.